Guys,
No, wait, hold on.
Damn it. Hi, everyone. I am sorry for the late start. So we have had some minor technical difficulties, but we are all here, except for Connor, who is coming. But just before we fully get started and kick everything off, I have some minor housekeeping things to take care of. So the first thing is we have some giveaways going today. Over 300 people signed up for the giveaways. I think over 330 people. So that was a lot more than I expected. So I am going to give away 2 sets instead of just one of the special editions. We'll probably do one at the midway point and another one at the very end. And we've got those like kind of pre-loaded. The other thing is we have moderators in the chat. So that's Paris, Chelsea, Lou, Stephanie, and Andrea. They're in tan. It's kind of like a baby poo kind of color, which is not reflective of how I feel about them because they are lovely. They are my beta readers, and they are a reason why this book got done at all. And they'll be keeping you lot in line, so try to keep it classy, guys. The other thing is, okay, so we're not going to have questions throughout this just because we don't have time, quite frankly. But we have gathered together all of the questions that people put in the post, and we tried to like make kind of mega questions that covered the things that you wanted answered. And hopefully we can, we'll just try to get through as many of those as we can. There will be spoilers for book 3. So if that is a concern for you, maybe leave. There's just a lot to talk about, and it would make it quite difficult, I think, especially for our lovely Sinners cast to talk about much of anything if we can't get into that. So spoilers. On a separate note, I want to say a huge thank you to One Night Stand Studios for their absolutely incredible production work. I think Katie might be here, but he has been an absolute dream to work with. They did so much heavy lifting. Like there are obviously so many of these wonderful narrators to wrangle together a lot of schedules and a lot, like just everything that goes into it. So huge thank you to her, and a huge thank you to Austin, who did the engineering for this book, which is also a massive bloody feat in and of itself. Sebastian couldn't make it tonight, but we send him all the love for his work on this series. His dom is absolutely phenomenal, and was so grateful to have him on this cast as well. But happily, we have the rest of our incredible cast here. And we are so grateful to them. It means the world to me that they're willing to be here. And we have one little surprise for everybody before we get into questions and start chatting and I introduce everyone properly. So we can cue that before we get started. Elisa, could you do that?
Get up. We're under attack.
It's all too fast. Too chaotic. I can't even hear myself think.
This is for suspense.
Keep to the platforms. Hold your fire. Stay back.
Maybe.
We have too much to lose here.
In the world.
Yeah.
You're joking, but you wait till it comes on, if it comes on. No. Okay.
That was it. That was amazing.
Right at this particular moment.
Get up. We're under attack.
It's all too fast. Too chaotic. I can't even hear myself think.
Keep to the platforms.
Yeah.
Hold your fire.
There is the
Stay back.
We
have too much to lose here.
That's the non-spoiler version.
That's fine. We can have a go. We can have a crack at that later. In the meantime, well, I mean, I don't think anybody here really needs an introduction, but I will do one anyway. We have the incredible Avery CARIS, who played our Eden. Oh, you can't hear me.
Oh no.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Hear you.
I can hear you
Okay.
too.
Yeah, I can do.
Well, Greg can't hear either, it seems like.
Oh yeah, Greg's on. This is great, guys. We're fine. This is technical situations. But we'll just keep going. So so we have poor Avery can't hear me.
We have to do sign language for Avery.
Y'all, if you have issues, try to leave and rejoin.
She's up there. Incredible Avery as our Eden. I'll go around who's top of mind. So JF Harding, who plays Lucky, and Beau and Colonel Slade in this one, Colonel Slade. We have Jason Clarke, who played Jayk, and all of our misc male characters in this book. And there's some fun ones in there. We have the lovely Rob Hatchet joining us as Bentley this time. We have Gregory Salinas down the bottom. Actually, I don't know where he is on the screen for everybody else, but Greg as Mateo. Wonderful, incredible Rose, who played Heather, as well as all of our misc femme characters throughout the series. And there were a lot. And lastly, we have Teddy, the lovely Teddy Hamilton, who played Jasper. So thank you guys. Thank you all for coming tonight.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Yay! So this is our end of the world series party. I have my slop, courtesy of the end, which is much less disgusting than what Eden was brewing. But I thought I would kick us off with a themed question. So we have, so how many people, how people choose to survive is a key theme of the book. And I was wondering, at the end of the world, if the world is ending right now, how are you keeping yourself safe? Are you going out guns blazing? Are you hiding away? Are you finding a group to keep you safe? Or are you selling your soul for cheese and creature comforts? What's your...
Selling your soul
your
for
game
cheese was
plan?
an option? I didn't know that was an option.
Cheese is
Talking
always an
about
option.
cows out there.
Goats.
I actually, one of the things I was thinking is that you cast me as Jasper, and Jasper is almost exactly how I would do things. Because, like, I've thought about this. I put too much time into thinking about this from, like, watching Walking Dead and zombie apocalypse type things, where my thought is always, you should be somebody who holds knowledge. Like, if you're somebody who holds knowledge, then not only can you, you know, have the knowledge to survive yourself, but you can also be, like, a benefit to other people, so that even if you run into, like, crazy, you know, raiders or something, you could be like, hey, I'll teach you how to make gunpowder or something like that. So, like, don't kill me, and I'll be of use to you.
Yeah, make yourself valuable.
Yeah.
So I've like,
For sure.
I've put that. That's what I always think.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I feel like that's why people like, you know, Red Zone, who have these kind of like the medieval style skills, who can kind of pull out a bunch of this kind of stuff, they end up being like super valuable to actually just being able to create stuff like glass, like I don't know, just like all of these like things. That
Have you ever thought about a trebuchet?
Yeah, exactly.
only at night, every night. I think when the apocalypse hits, I'll finally have a reason that has justified my copious amount of fishing rods I've been collecting hanging on my wall. I'll be taking them out to the Hudson River with my little foldable kayak, stain myself, and anyone who has knowledge they can barter with me for the fish. Here's looking at you.
we got Connor in, so now we're only missing Avery. So we've had
Hello.
people...
Sorry.
No, don't be
In
sorry.
the apocalypse, I wouldn't have to use Crowdcast, and
Yeah.
that would be one thing to look forward to. So,
People.
Yeah, we'd all be fighting our way out ourselves. So we're missing. We're just gonna play this like it is an apocalypse, and we might lose anyone at any time. And
Yeah.
also, if you're in the audience, could you just refresh your screen? The chat has been enabled, so hopefully you should be able to get in there and have some fun there. I'm not going to refresh because I'm terrified that I'm going to get kicked out if I do.
It will.
Probably wise.
Yes. So one of the reasons, so as far as our next question, there's Avery, yay!
Avery has returned.
Can she hear us?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yay!
I'm trying a different browser. Maybe that'll fix it. Who knows?
I can hear you now too.
Yay!
Yeah, it set my settings to music mode for some reason. I don't know what that
Oh.
means, but yeah.
Because they heard our voices. Your machine heard our voices, and it was like, "That's music to my ears."
Nice.
This is what we need. Avery, so the question was, how would you choose to survive? How would you choose to survive if the world ended? What's your game plan?
My game plan. I am trying so hard to make friends with all of my neighbors and like grow the community. So I would be relying on a large group of people to have each other's backs. That's my hope. I'm also learning to knit so that like if things get, apocalyptic, there's a reason to keep me around. I can fix your socks and knit things,
Socks.
Socks, you need them.
You need socks.
Right?
Can I jump in here?
Yeah.
'Cause I, like Teddy, have spent too much time thinking about the end of the world, and one of the elements of that was reading a Zombie Survival Guide, and
Yes.
there's one bit he mentions in the beginning is he's like, what is like the worst area to be in during an apocalypse, and that's a very populated area that's like cut off from the mainland. I live on Manhattan, which is the worst version of that. So one of the things that he recommends that you do if you can't go anywhere is to immediately turn your bathtub on and start filling it up. And if you have iodine tablets, you can help disinfect it. And that's enough water for a long time. I'm hunkering down, baby. Because I'm safer in my home than I am on a bridge with 200,000 people.
For sure, trying to get
I'm
out.
gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna stay home. Once everything blows over, if we're talking Shaun of the Dead, then once it's all blown over, then I'll go out and I'll start trying to be
You're
an apocalypse
basically
guy.
You're I Am Legend, Jason.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
I
You're
have a
the one
cat.
guy
I don't have a
left.
dog, but yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have a dog either. But...
I'll be walking around with my cat, and he'll be bringing me mice, and it just gets dark from there.
No.
That's a very apocalyptic diet, mice and water. I feel like that's fitting.
I wish there was one of us that was like, I would want to rule. I would want to control all people, and anybody who doesn't line up with me will be hung or something horrible.
I mean, that's probably the actual way to survive. But I would be running off to the woods with like the people around me that I know have the best skills, and we would just make it work out there. That's what I would do, I think.
Yeah. I
well,
feel
I've
like
just been listening to all your plans quietly.
Yes.
So I know.
Yes.
Getting the knowledge. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
I feel like I'd have the desire for an empire. I just don't think I have the follow through. I don't think. I don't think.
Hey guys.
Empire
Hey guys, can we like
follow through.
Can we, so we have I'll go to the next question unless Eliza thinks we can do the trailer again.
Oh, let's try it.
Do we try it?
I hope so.
Is she there?
We all want to know what the surprise is.
Oh, I think she's been kicked out again. Oh no!
We're under attack.
It's all too fast.
You know,
Too chaotic. I can't even hear myself. Too chaotic.
Oh, so close.
I can't even hear myself
so
think.
close.
It's
So
trying
close.
Keep to the
so hard, I can
platforms.
tell. There's just too many of
Hold
us.
your fire.
It's shy.
Stay back.
We have too much to lose here.
Please. Please don't be them. Stop! No, Alastair, don't.
You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Reapers, get the fuck down!
Bristlebrook, hold fire until my call. I said hold!
My brute's safety was supposed to be guaranteed. We were supposed to be safe. I can only help the wounded if they live.
Everyone can see it there.
We're too late.
But okay, so my second question, we had
I
little
saw the whole
audio.
thing.
I saw the whole thing.
I heard
Yeah.
the whole
You
thing.
did?
It was lit.
It was wonderful.
I heard, yeah.
Where did you get all that footage of me with my shirt off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that giant snake.
Wait, was there actually a thing?
Pushed. Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
saw
didn't
the
see
whole
it
thing.
either.
It was
What
great.
was it?
I-
What was it?
I can tell you.
So wait and find out.
All right.
Surprise.
Go to
This is a
Instagram.com/Rebecca Quinn.
We have a like book trailer and it has all of you being awesome. But it's fine. We'll yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It was too much awesomeness for one clip, apparently. I couldn't handle it. Okay,
It's a
so
good problem to have.
I have another question. This one's media, so brace yourself, guys. One of the reasons why I personally love White Shoes is the found family aspect. That's my absolute favorite part and the reason why I write it. So I like a romance to have a lot of bromance or friendships. It doesn't have to be romances, but it's important to me that the friendships between the men and between our femme characters is as important for the characters' personal growth and their ultimate happy ever after as the romance is. So the questions that we've sort of pulled together is, did you guys have a favorite non-romantic scene, moment, interaction with another character that you enjoyed playing?
I honestly loved pretty much what the audio, if any of y'all heard that audio depicted of me getting to just command everybody at full voice. I want to apologize to your editors or your audio folks who had to make me not sound like I was distorting all of it. But I loved doing that stuff, all the war stuff. Again, spoilers, there's fighting in this. I loved doing that. It felt so cinematic. I like trying to keep the scene depicting, describing exactly where people are, where they're going, and trying to make it also like I'm acting and I'm not just describing, all right, so this is what's happening. It was fun. I really liked it.
Yay. Yeah, I mean, they were really fun for me to write as well. So go on.
I remember there's a big moment with Jasper in the last one where he kind of does like a save the dog kind of moment, that he's not usually the guy who's doing that kind of thing. He's the, but he kind of got out. I mean, he's been involved in a bunch of fights throughout this stuff, but there was one that in this last one that was real. He was pushing his own physical limits, and violent limits. I suppose it's the way of looking at it. But I really liked it. I remember feeling good about it.
Yeah, I really wanted. I mean, it's like both of your characters really had kind of big moments, especially through that section. Jayk having a chance to kind of step up and lead and kind of get that respect that he needed, and then Jasper as well, from being kind of feeling like his skills are very different to a lot of the other guys by having his own. It was important to me that he had his hero moment as well, his kind of moment of validation too.
Yeah.
And Lucky's in there, obviously, kicking it all through the middle there too.
I liked. Oh, go ahead, Benny.
No, I've already spoken. Please.
It's a conversation between Lucky and Dom, and I mean, pretty much just gives a nice little theme of the book. We all need each other dumb, all of us. And I love that whole scene. I think I'm looking at it right now. It's chapter 6.
Yes.
That's a great back and forth between them. Yeah.
I love that moment as well, because I think that's one of those moments where they like I really like that. One of my things is I didn't really want Eden to have all of the emotional load of all of the guys all of the time, because obviously there is so many of them that they're, it's nice that it gets shared out and they're looking for each other, like looking out for each other as well. And I really love that between Lucky and Dom, where he's kind of giving him the support that he needs when he needs it as well.
I was gonna say I don't really get any love sort of romantic scenes anyway in these, so this is easier for me to answer. But I really loved the scenes with Soren. Is that the right character? The young guy?
Yes.
Those were so sweet and surprising to get to play. Because I don't get none of my characters really have a lot of sweetness that we see or like we know it's there, but it's really masked, and to get to play moments of care with Soren was really fun for me.
The Kasey scene, it was one of my favorites. It was so good, and you're absolutely fabulous in it as well. But that was really fun to write, because I feel like Kasey is one of those one of those characters who just has there are a lot of people reflected in her, and people who have a lot of stakes in her as well. And like Rob, you're so fabulous in that scene as well. Like as Bentley, when coming in, and just like the fear for Soren as well. And that was good fun. I've had lots of people comment, like get in contact to me about that scene. What about you, Avery?
I mean, the one I'm thinking of right now. There are lots, especially like if you look at the whole series. I think one of my absolute favorite scenes was with Madison/Heather in book 2, when they're, it's the middle of the night and they're tied up together. Like that is one of my favorite scenes I've ever performed in my career. But in like this past book, Bentley is just such a great character, and and Bentley with Mateo is hilarious. So when Eden goes like behind enemy lines and she's just trying to gather information, is Heather okay? What's really going on? And like Bentley keeps saying all the wrong things, and like and I really try to experience the book the way a reader might, and so like not knowing what was going on yet, I was just like, I don't understand. And it was just so funny. So I really loved that sequence.
That's actually a good segue to to another question that I have. So I'm actually going to skip one, because Entwined does have a few it has a few twists and turns, and some curious character arcs and character surprises, especially for the Reapers and for our SALINAS cast as well. But does it change the choices that you make when you know in advance how things are going to fall out with the plot or for your character? Like, is it challenging to have to narrate in a way that the reader isn't clued in, or doesn't affect, I guess, the arc of your performance as well? Especially because we had those kind of doubled up scenes where the reader isn't being given a lot of all of the information at the time, and then obviously we get more of that later with all the reveals.
I mean, I feel like you did a great job by having Eden like so alarmed, so very Alastair acts in a way she wasn't expecting. So even though she had a specific response that she was coached to have in that moment, she's still reacting. I'm speaking about like when he gets shot, and and so acting that like as the reader, you just see it up through getting shot, and that is a really shocking moment, but knowing what happens, it's still playing that shock because she didn't expect it. No, I definitely I don't know if it's tricky. I don't think it was hard to hold in my mind like what the reader experience was versus because so much of what she was doing was a performance, and
Yeah.
the audience should not be clued into that. So it was just, honestly, it was just playing it straight.
Yeah, so much of the actor experience is just about living in the moment of what that moment is. So even if you know how it ends, you know, we're trained specifically to,
Yeah, of
to make
course,
the
yeah.
moment laugh.
Yeah, because I was
I
thinking
mean,
about
you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry
Yeah,
to
go.
interrupt.
No,
but
go ahead. Go.
I, you know, Alastair's plans don't really become clear until this book, and
Yes.
I mean, there was a lot of hinting. Like, it's clear he wasn't just a straight heavy to me. But the way you write, it's so clear what his effect on Eden is, all the other characters, like what he's doing in the story. You used a word to describe his voice in the third book that I had never heard before, and I was like, I sure hope I've been doing that for 3 books, because that cake is baked. But it's just like, so this one was a little bit reverse engineered. Usually you start with like, well, what does the character want? Who are they? He was opaque to me because you were writing these books and I was getting them, and I built who he was. But you have very strong character descriptions. You have very strong and the way they sound and where the voice comes from. You have a lot of voice notes in your prose, so it made it very easy for me to be like, I know exactly what I should be doing. I need to fund this maybe in a little different way, but I know what the effect should be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe too many sometimes, but yeah, thank you.
No, it's certainly helpful for me.
Well, one of the things is that the book wasn't completely, the series wasn't finished by the time we had it. So I remember one of the things was when we were doing the first 2 books, we had, I remember Mateo and Bentley and such, we had like, it was always banter, but I also knew they were also not necessarily on the good guys side, completely. And I was like, are we going to see like a really bad turn later on to the third book? And so I didn't want to make him completely likable, but like, still like have the fun. And I was like, I was just so worried. I was like, are you going to make us like real assholes by the last thing? So
a little bit of awesome.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, I was really worried. I was like, okay, because I was like, the third book's coming, and I was like, oh, they're doing some rewrites. I was like, I know something bad's gonna happen. And
both,
go ahead.
Yes, both you and Connor bring up really interesting points about narrating in a series like this, that so often you don't know what's coming as the narrator in the future books. And so you do find yourself in a position of, to answer, to kind of address the initial question, sometimes it is really a surprise to you as the narrator in the next book in the series, and you have to figure out how to adapt the work you've been doing to kind of account for this shift. And a lot of times that ends up being, well, this is the arc of the story, so the character has grown in this surprising way. But I find that to be both a little scary but really fun to figure out, how do I make this work in like the larger landscape of storytelling that I've already created in past books, which hopefully ends up, most of the time being, not feeling cohesive for the listener, but kind of taking them on a new journey in new directions. And I feel like that I too kind of wondered about that, especially because with Heather, she is such a mystery right from the beginning. And so I had wondered between the previous books and now what, I don't know, what choice, am I going to regret any of the things that I did prior? But it's interesting to just kind of play and allow them to grow along with your storytelling in that way. And I think it was Teddy who said, just like living in the moment, scene by scene, I think is kind of how you accomplish that, right?
Yeah. Well, and you'll also, I think it's also if we listen to you, like you have your point of view on these characters that you maybe haven't told us about yet. You haven't revealed it in your storytelling yet.
Like, oh, maybe I should be giving more information about the future books. I don't want to like overwhelm everyone.
But also, if we're listening to you, we have to. we're narrating your words, right? So then you've chosen certain words to describe a moment in a certain way. It's like what Jason's saying about the effect. It's this thing where like sometimes all I'm saying is, why don't you take another sip from your green glass there? but then the way you describe it is, I looked at her with disgust and I said that. And then the only thing that I know in my mind is for some reason that was disgusting. Rebecca, I'm not saying that you drinking that glass was disgusting.
Yeah, I see how it is.
But just
yeah.
the idea, just the idea is that like you have something, and as long as we're honest to what you're saying in the thing,
yeah,
then hopefully we are staying present with you in the story that you're telling, even if we don't know.
Yeah, sorry, go Greg. Yeah.
Well, I do have a question. Like, did this end how you always planned, or did it grow and you were like, you know what, I'm actually this evolved more than I thought, and I'm gonna change it. It's actually ending differently than I originally planned. So you could have given us information in book 2 and be like, hey, this is what's going to happen, and be like, you know what, when I'm writing this book 3, scratch that, all the choices you made, screw it, I went completely different. And that's okay. I mean, I call it the How I Met Your Mother problem, when you had an ending in mind, but you didn't follow it, but the characters evolved and you stuck with that ending even though you shouldn't have, and the characters evolved. What do? Do you stick with the ending you had in mind, even though your characters evolved, or do you evolve the ending and follow what the characters do?
Yeah, so for this series, I knew all of the major beats. Like I knew that the coup was going to happen at the end, that Alastair and Mateo were going to take over the Sinners. I knew that I wanted them to be antagonists for the 3rd book, and I knew that I remember when I had when I was trying to think through the Sinners problem, I remember thinking about how kind of complicated it would really be to kind of actually deal with a problem like that, when there is potentially good people mixed, or good people mixed in with very bad people, and how to figure all of that out and how you deal with it. And so I knew that I wanted them, that they would be in a really difficult position. I always wanted them to have their own book. The Reapers piece was the one that I didn't have as nailed down. And originally they were going to be I didn't actually intend early on for them to be like bad characters. I didn't really have, like, that pace was the thing that I didn't really have. So when I was writing it, I thought that there was going to be a few things needed to get the Brutes and the other characters to a lot of the realizations that I wanted to have about their own accountability for their own actions, and about some of the parallels between how the Reapers approached the women, as opposed, and how they also approached Eden initially, and without sort of spending a huge amount of time on it, I really wanted them to, by themselves, try to start having some conversations about how them thinking of themselves as very good characters and very kind of moral hero, and not really kind of looking too deeply at themselves. I think that really forced them to kind of reconsider the way that they've been approaching the world and how they look at other people. So that was the part that kind of took a lot longer to kind of come out. But it was fun ultimately writing them. And to the initial question, like, one of the things that I found really interesting in the performance, like Jason, with you, when you there are a few moments with the Reapers where because obviously when I was writing, I was trying to slow play the fact that they're dodgy, like they're trying to come across as charming and likable and all of those things. But yeah, there's a few moments where a couple of them kind of slip. Like I can think of like Cole. There's one moment where he kind of gets quite dark, which wasn't necessarily like exactly explicitly written in the book, but it was so, when I listened to it, I was like, that's so perfect for just that moment where he kind of has this tiny little break in who he really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, I had a teacher who was like, "You always play the dark of everything," and I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much." She's like, "It's not a compliment." No, it's something I do. I guess it works for like alpha jerks and mean guys and guys with ulterior motives in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah, it worked perfectly. So we have one giveaway winner. So our reels and little clips aren't working, but Eliza has run the giveaway, and the first giveaway winner is Laura Whiteley. Yay!
Laura. Hell yeah.
Yay! So
Laura.
We'll be in contact with you tomorrow, just via my email address, rebecca.quinn.author@gmail.com. So just don't answer anybody else. But yeah, we'll get all of your delivery details for that and get that out to you. So going back to, so there were a lot of action sequences in this last book. I couldn't believe how incredibly it turned out. So with so many of you guys all performing your parts and pieces solo and without having the benefit of your co-narrators performances as a reference, is it challenging to find the right kind of pace and tone, like the energy to keep the scene flowing seamlessly? Is this something that that you talk about between yourselves, or is this something that you can just do by practice? Is it just a massive trust exercise?
It is kind of a trust. Yeah, agreed.
See, this is what happens when you have them in the same room. They just talk over each other.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I would say it often depends on the writing. So like yours is very, very descriptive. It talks about what the emotions are. It talks about the pacing in general. I can get a good feel. Like I said, Bentley and Mateo get I call it banter. It's a lot of like it feels like a old married couple half the time, like talking to each other. So I get that feel, and I'm like, okay, we're just bantering back and forth, and I kind of I can see it playing in my head, and when I hear it and the back talk, especially when I'm getting the pickups, which is the mistakes we made, and we get to hear the scene play out, and I get to hear what I did wrong, and so I have to re-record it. Yeah. But I can hear it, and it's like, wow, this sounds exactly how I thought it was going to sound, and so it sounds really, really cool. But I'm sure other people have other thoughts, but that's how I hear it. It's the description of the book. I can hear the pacing there.
Yeah, I'd say probably oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll say I'll be quick. That it's easier as a series goes on.
Yeah.
When you're doing the first book, you're not sure what movie you're watching. You're not sure what the style of the whole thing is, so you don't know if we're all watching the same movie.
Yes.
But as you start to there's an alignment, I think, that will happen over the course of multiple books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I
And
feel
really,
like there's like at the end of the day,
Robert.
I'm just gonna eat my microphone. There's always it all comes down to breath. We're all just trying, we're all reading the book. There's somebody reading and breathing, even if all you have is one line that goes, "Oh my God, over here now." As you were saying, Gregory, the way that you write, Rebecca, there's some passages that are very descriptive, and if I have the one line or two lines that Bentley says in there, getting an idea of, okay, is this a thicker passage with a lot of description that whoever is taking the POV on this moment is going to take a bit more space and breath, versus if it's quick with line, where typically that might have a little bit more just expenditure of breath, and to try and keep a shout in the middle of where the breath is happening, instead of just a big to the mic, trying to. I don't know how everybody else does it. I'm sure everyone has their own style, but sometimes I try to I'll in my mind read the sentences and then kind of take a breath as if I were narrating it that passage myself to try and desperately figure out how my 1 or 2 words would fit naturally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a challenge, especially like for this one for me, for Alastair, because it's like he's a man of very few words, and a lot of the passages are like, man, those words, those were some awesome words. It's like Alastair, he's so cool, and his words were awesome the way he said those 2 things. And I was like, so I was recording, and being like, okay,
Yeah, no pressure.
it's gotta be. And I would say my 2 words
Everybody
and be
paid
like, I don't
attention.
think that was awesome enough. And so I'd have to say them again. But you are, when you're doing theater or TV film, it's like there's a whole nother process out. When you just have the script, you're half directing it. So, like, especially your writing, because everyone's been saying it. I mean, there's different styles. Some people don't have this, but you help the reader like really build that picture and like what the person sounds like, and yeah, the emotion is very, very present. I've read books like where it's just dialogue, and it's up to the reader or the narrator to really build that scene on their own. You get in there, you go like, no, like this had this effect and his words made me feel this, and it's very, very helpful in something like this where there's so many moving parts. So with a big battle scene, it's like, I know exactly, for everything I did, I knew exactly what it was supposed to sound like, even if it was just 2 words, because you make it very, very clear what the music of this book is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, you said like how what our process is for like recording. I don't know if everybody, and this, I didn't have as much in this one, but for me, I know if so I do different sections. So like so I did chapters that had mostly action scenes. I did the recording of those first. So I did those chapters first, and then if I had so that all my energy matched, and I had like the same emotional energy throughout, and then I recorded the ones that were more downbeat later, stuff like that. I record out of order, oftentimes. So if I'm doing duets, I usually record POV chapters first, then I do it in different energy, do it by who has the accents, but I do a lot of things out of order because I've read the book first, but I like to match energy, like to match accents, like to do POVs, and then I like to do wild lines last. So if that makes any sense.
That's cool. That's a lot of like organization.
It speeds up my process. If I try to do it just in order, I find I go very, very slow. Where if I do it in this order, I am really, really fast.
I have to do wild lines sometimes first, like just go through all the chapters for wild lines, but that's usually when I'm so far behind schedule that like my co-narrator who recorded it like 3 months ago is like, when are you gonna fucking pay me? And they're like, can you just please do your wild lines so that then we can finish up her chapters? And yes, sorry, that's the only time I usually do it. Otherwise I need it to be like, I need it chronological. I'll get lost if I don't.
Yeah, I feel like I would get lost. I can't write out of order either. I really struggle with...
This is very rare. If it's dual, I read in order, but for duet, for some reason I have to do it that way.
I think to what you're saying, every once in a while I will be on like a book where they just want me to read the whole book, but it's like 3 men, like 3 different, it's like a male kind of thing, and so I'll be all characters, and when it's that, then I will do the way that you're talking about it, where I'll just read one character's POV all the way through, then I'll read the second character, then the third characters, just to stay in one brain.
It was a lot easier to do it on this one for me because it was Mateo only. So
Eddie, strategic about it. I feel like for me, it's just managing energy. Where I'm just like, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go like do a bunch of wild lines, which is gonna give me a shot of like satisfaction that like I got everything done, and then I'll go back into like a really long chapter. So it's more about managing my brain.
Sorry, Avery.
No, that long sequence that was done over a period of days.
I bet. The middle, yes. Break-in scene, yes. Yeah, that was a marathon to write as well. But, Which actually, yeah, leads in really well. So Avery, this is a massive book, and Eden has come such a long way. So readers and myself, of course, adore your performance of her, bringing out new depths to her character and pushing forward so much of the emotional arc, not just for yourself, but obviously for the entire cast, like for the entire book. As an actor, what was your biggest challenge in bringing Eden to life? Sorry, Eden gets a special question, guys, because yeah.
I think the challenge was, and as what everyone has already said, like, it's hard to come up with an answer to that because you paved the way so well with the writing. So there wasn't anything that was a particularly difficult thing to grapple with because it was all there on the page. So thank you very much for that. But personally, like me as an actor, I think it feels easier for me to play to those feelings of vulnerability and uncertainty, which she certainly grapples with, especially in the first book. And in the second book, she's so very devastated and then starts coming into and remembering her own power. And in the third book, she is just like firing on all cylinders. She is using all of her wits, all of her wiles. She's communicating. She's trying to get everyone else to communicate. Like, she is fully in her power. And I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder about like knowing that I sound young and breathy. And so like the trick for me, I have to talk myself out of, you don't sound strong enough. Try again. Just try to sound stronger, you know? And so like I have to trust my performance. Like that's probably the hardest thing for me. One thing I'm like, oh yeah, you can do sad weepy really well, but can you sound like you're in total command? And so trusting my performance.
Eliza, do we have that clip?
That felt really good. Like,
I would desperately love, just on the back of that, if we can, because we had audio clips for each of these questions, but because of, the technical stuff, we weren't sure if they were going to work. But if we can pull that one up, I would love to, just as a bit of to your concerns.
Robin Carner will hear it, but none of the rest of us will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hope everyone else enjoys it. And you guys.
And that's not in any way like compliment fishing.
You son of a bitch! You said it was under control. What the fuck was that?
What happened?
What happened? You fucking ass.
That's dope art.
Art's beautiful.
So I couldn't see any of that, but I know
me neither.
You sounded strong as hell. I'll tell you that much.
Son of a bitch. You said it was under control. What the fuck was that?
People are making it up because I saw nothing.
Wait, but do you see this? There's something.
I do see something.
I had the first 2 sentences of it and I felt shook.
I just see a black box.
You just see a black box.
I see a black box.
Yeah, it's a black box.
I hear it. Thank you.
No, I see Eden.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, the Emperor doesn't.
You fucking asshole. You haven't contained shit. Your sinners today had grenades.
Your sinners
today
had grenades.
There were bombs going off. They weren't where they were meant to be, and our people got hurt.
I'll look into.
No, you won't look into anything. You
I don't
got
hear
Jasper
anything
shot.
of it. I see it.
You
now.
got Ava blown up.
You got Jasper shot.
I've heard it. So I appreciate you trying to play myself at me. To like,
I don't know.
Talking
down. There's your imposter syndrome, Avery. Take that to that invisible thing you can't see.
Yeah. But I could see it. I appreciate it.
Because I mean, I understand as a bunch of people could see it. So, we broke CARIS. Oh, whoops.
What?
Is everyone here still?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Still here.
Yeah.
It's just us. There's nobody else. It's just us talking to each other.
We're entwined.
That works too. I mean, we're still recording, so yeah.
Because there's 287 people here, so.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, Avery, you were incredible. I mean, I understand having
it's just that voice in the back of my head. So hopefully I grew with her. But as many narrators have talked about, when you love a book and you love the character and you know how much the fans love it too. Like you feel all of this pressure to deliver. And so then all the voices that you work so hard to keep down in your head that are like, yeah, but someone else, you know, whatever it is, they get louder the more you care. And so hopefully I grew with her because I love her so much. And I love seeing her really stop doubting herself and really trust what she brings to the table. Like I loved that for her growth.
I love that for her too. That was what I really wanted. And you, yeah, I mean, you delivered flawlessly for that. I think, yeah, that moment that you could say was, yeah, obviously you ripping Alastair up, tearing him a new one.
I saw it. I don't know why nobody else. I got to see it.
Yeah. Yes, you sound strong for sure.
Appreciate it.
So we'll probably just do, well, depending on time, we just started a little bit late, so I might just ask one more question. But I was going to ask, so this is for everyone, what did you like most about your character's arc throughout the series? Or if they're still a little bit mysterious to you, what are you curious to see in the Sinners book when they come around?
What I really liked about Jayk was that he learned when to let go, when to trust a little bit, just a little bit. Because he needs to take charge when he needs to take charge. He lets people know he has a problem with letting go. But I liked that he learned that throughout the process. It made him interesting. It was a nice push and pull between the sort of the trying to like, no, I'm going to do it, and being like, all right, fine, yeah, sure, you'll take it.
Yeah, he was a pain in the ass this book for a lot of it,
yeah.
but he got there in the end.
Yeah.
The tap out scene.
I feel like I've just been able to I've seen peppers of Bentley and scooped the surface of him, and for a man who's able to find such levity in moments of sort of dire straits and great need for the people around him, I'm excited and hopeful to see the part of him that is the reason he's able to have that levity, the side of him that knows that he can handle himself in any situation and, like, you know, maybe break some shit up.
Yes, the Sinners were up to a lot.
I want to see, I know there was level-headedness, but I want to see a little bit more at times from Mateo. I want to see if he can, like, calm down every now and then.
Yep.
I liked Lucky's his arc from kind of the plucky comedy relief to really watching the toll of the end of the world on him. I mean, they're all tough guys to begin with, you know, but he seems to have a lot of heart, and there's a lot more emotion in the book 3. And I was going to mention earlier the action scene when I read in Day Death, the teddy bear.
Yes,
that was incredible. I was like, this book would sell with no one having sex in it at all. Just because of that, just the description, your descriptive writing and action sequences was just nuts. But yeah, I like his arc through him navigating the apocalypse. Going back to the actual question,
Lucky's the biggest green flag, I think, out of all of the guys.
yeah.
As far as a lot of that goes, but yeah, he definitely kind of had to have his serious moments this book, I think, and really kind of that toll was heavy.
It's always good to be able to play both sides in one title. It's nice. It's not always easily or well done, and I applaud you for it.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
I felt like there was. Oh, yes. I was going to say just about Jasper. I felt like my earlier experience of Jasper was he's always been kind of distanced kind of guy.
Yes.
And, you know, and also, and so sometimes it was like that he was just like sort of removed from the group a little bit, except for with Lucien. But then he would also have these, you know, moments with Eden that brought him in a little bit more, and him and Lucien had their thing. But then I remember at some point, I don't remember which one it was, but at some point he started to feel like real dark, like manipulative kind of guy, where he was like twisting people, using their brains to like get them to do what he wanted them to do, kind of stuff. I was like, oh shit. But then by the end, he seems like such a lover. Like by the end of this one, he seemed like he was just doing his best to help everybody, which is kind of a return to what he was in the beginning, but also at the same time, like just flushed out a little bit. And it was really, I liked that guy. I liked that aspect of him. So I'm glad that it sort of went deeper into that path.
Yeah. I think that the thing that I always found with Jasper is like, I feel like he's got that, he's such a, removed and distant is like exactly like, I think he kind of, I guess because of his role, always set himself apart. And I think him trying to do the right thing, often he does it in not very helpful ways. So I really love writing him this book. Like I think I really wanted to see him kind of
well when they no, but I was gonna say even when he went like him and Lucien go like climbing through a window, and then like just keep him tied up the whole for a bunch of times, and then they're like fucking in front of him and all this. There's like all this. There's like very mischievous. It's like he kind of leaned into the Lucky vibe a little bit,
I think,
which was fun.
Yeah, I think him being with Lucky, I think it brings out like when he lets himself relax into it and actually have, I guess, do what he's always wanted to do, but held himself apart from. Just kind of like he's able to kind of let go of the persona a little bit and like let Lucky bring the fun out of him and kind of get brought into the group. So I really like, I had a lot of fun writing Jasper. That's how he kind of was to me, like where I wanted him to go. So yeah, I think he was one of my favorite characters to write this book just because of how.
Yeah. Well, I think that shows very much because that's also what that's the thing, you know, when you ask, oh, what's your favorite arc about this? It's exactly this, what we're talking about. So I think that means that you were successful in conveying.
That's a relief. Yeah, that first series. I think we're probably at end of time. I think you see Eliza trying to like get extra stuff out.
Bonus question.
So okay, so Eden makes some questionable decisions for Cheese. Lucky loves his explosives. Jasper can't live without his books. What comfort item, what board game, beverage, snack, music, what would you need stocked at Bristlebrook to help get you through an apocalypse? And that'll be our last question for the night.
Fresh water.
Oh yeah, very practical. What a comfort item. I guess.
Socks. Not with no holes. Somebody who can freshly darn socks.
Wonderful.
So,
Wonderful.
There you go.
That was
Avery. There you are.
Building that community. Yeah.
Have to have some musical instruments.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a must. That would be, I think, the only thing I could contribute other than trying to remember around a fire the plot points and voices from countless romance books. To be the bard.
To lure other survivors to take away their supplies. That's a good idea.
That's right, yeah. Pied Piper.
Couple pots and pans, some good cast iron. Kind of can double as a musical instrument, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg's kind of got the dark. He's got the dark energy that you were talking about earlier, Teddy.
I couldn't hear everybody during that, so.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I would say some nice towels. So like shower with towels to clean up. I would like that. Like comfy.
It's very Hitchhiker's Guide. Aren't you supposed to travel with a towel?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate weapon.
Similarly, I think I would just want like a really good pillow. Because you
Oh
can
my
find
God.
any to sleep on, but a pillow to play, you know, like you need some rest if you're going to
That's my
survive.
answer. I need a
Magnum
pillow.
Everything
Moss.
is crashing
words
around
for you.
you. I want a really good pillow.
Maybe like a dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that would be cool to have a dog or some kind of pet.
You gotta take
Yeah,
care
but
of
it's
it
not
though.
gonna. It's
you
gonna
got
not gonna
another
go
mouth
out in
to
a good way.
feed. It's
Yeah, I'm
liability,
worried
you
about
know?
feeding it. I don't want to watch that dog starve.
Unless it's a good hunting dog.
What you do? What, you're just gonna let your pillow fall in the lake? No, you got to take care of your pillow too. So like, you know, at
You
least
get
the
out
dog
there,
might
you
be able
find
to
that
swim.
fucking pillow.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: are you traveling light or are you hunkering down? That's the question.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
that is
I'm off in the
cool,
woods staying in one place with my good pillow, so I don't have to worry about it getting lost somewhere.
Pillow. Yeah.
I got great socks, so I can go wherever I want.
No, you
Walk in
get
my
a
comfy socks.
You get a bunch of supplies.
Travel
You
the
make
land.
people dependent on you. You lead with an iron fist, and then you make sure you get other survivors, make them dependent
Yes.
on you.
Yes.
This is how you do it. Yeah.
I will follow you.
I feel like
I will
that's like
follow
the-
you, Gregory.
That's like the psychopath test.
However, you know there's going to be somebody who's going to want your spot, and then you have to make an example of them, and you got to be swift.
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
You've really.
And that's where you
about.
take the pillow that you
I'm
saved.
gonna
And,
be
you know,
back. I'm gonna be
I,
multi-tool.
My brain doesn't even go
Look,
there.
here's the thing. I've always said if I have to survive an apocalypse, I'm going to survive with my wife. As soon as my wife dies, I'm going psycho.
This is why I need a dog.
Yeah, Gregory,
got
you need
really
a pet.
dark at the
You need a pet for this apocalypse, I think. We'll get you a pet. Some
I would
socks and a pet and a pillow. We'll make sure we'll
You
keep
can't
you
even keep
even.
his
We
wife
got you.
alive in this scenario.
I know,
right?
right?
Oh
Yeah.
no, my wife got killed by a psycho somehow or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
very-
it was
it's a very
you,
weird
man.
I don't think you're gonna make it long. Like, you know,
No, that-
Yeah, I'm gonna find the music. I'm gonna find the sweet dulcet
Rose.
tunes.
Yeah. JF and Robert will play music at her.
We'll play some music. We'll cook some good food. It'll be good. We'll be a good time. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'll bring the socks, and coffee. I think that's the thing I would want to like bring with me. Like, I need to have that morning brew. So load up at Costco and just like have so much coffee.
Costco's the first place that's gonna get hit.
Yeah, I know. Costco's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be a bloodbath.
That's where all the zombies are gonna.
Yeah.
All the
All right.
mutated ones are gonna be
Does
there.
nobody already have like supplies? I already have supplies here, and this is just because like I live in San Antonio. We got hit 5 years ago from Snowvid. Do you remember that?
I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with like San Antonio or like Texas when all the snow and everything, and yeah,
The grid went down.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we can see stuff is going to happen. It was like, I'm just going to get some non-perishable supplies and such and everything. Like, I didn't go crazy. Like, some of the people went with that crazy stuff.
Can we just see your wife again? Make sure that
She's okay.
she's there.
I will
Today's
get...
newspaper.
But yeah, no, we made sure we got that. We put our food outside because it was going to be below freezing, so we couldn't use the fridge because the power went out. Yeah, we made sure we were taken care of. They just want proof of life.
Yeah.
Life.
Okay.
All right.
Amanda.
Yeah, I am not a prep or anything. I was like, just making sure we're okay.
Okay, I'm just feeling like I picked the right person for sinners. Someone who doesn't even need to get into character, apparently. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. We're pretty much at the end of time, but I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say, like, personally, I really appreciate so much all of you coming on this series with me, and you know, your incredible performance. This was my debut like series as an author, so to have all of you, you know, just like incredible talent, like top of your field, is just absolutely like humbling for me, and I'm so grateful, like so unbelievably grateful for it. And so, and additionally, thankful for you guys coming up here and hanging out with me for a bit. So thank you very much. I'm really excited to write the Sinners book, which will obviously be featuring Greg, Rob, Rose, and Connor. And yeah, that should be a lot of fun. That'll be kind of a parallel of Entwined to show all of the things that were going on in the background of that book, what the Sinners were up to, all of the things that they were kind of grappling with. And there's a lot there. And I'm writing that in between, also writing my next Pirate by Choose romantic series. So that should be very fun. Yeah, it should be fun. I love it.
How dare you?
Gotta have a good. How dare I?
Someone said yar.
Please be in that. Can I please be in
Yeah, I do have to clarify. I am not crazy. I just want to. This is all just
Greg, we're giving you shit. We're giving you shit.
No. It's way
You're like the nicest guy in the world. It's funny to them.
I promise you. Cats, I promise you, and they would be that they would.
That's exactly what a psychopath would say.
No, I feed them my own corpse first. You know. Oh, that sounds even worse.
We trust you. You're fine. Saw the little Lego videos. So, yeah.
Can I just say this, Rebecca? If you don't mind me saying, this has also been a pleasure for me. I assume for everybody else in this cast.
Yeah, definitely.
There's an old there's an old saying about audiobooks where it's like dancing, and you're only gonna dance as well as your partner does, and in this case, you're the partner to us. Mm-hmm. And so as if you think that the audiobook's good, it's only because we had a good dance partner to do it with. So thank you so much.
Here.
It's good work.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
Rebecca.
much. Oh, look at all this love. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. We have one last giveaway winner as well. So I'll do that, and then I will let you all go until next time, until I beg you to come on my next book. So what do we have a last? There we go, Ellie. Yay, Ellie.
Yay.
Let's go, Ellie.
Yay. So also don't email or talk to anybody else pretending to be me. It will be me on my email address, and rebecca.quinn.author, that one. So yeah, don't get scammed. Great. And that's all. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing? Now we're just hanging out?
Yeah, who's got the whiskey?
All right, that was fun.
All right, guys. See you
Bye.
later.
It's just me and you now.
Just
Okay,
you and
bye.
me, baby. Bye.